and you are. We are Citizen Outbreak. Welcome to the podcast.
Welcome back, Matthew, to another episode of Citizen Outbreak. It's been a long week, and
Rudy.
it's only Tuesday. What's going on?
It's only Tuesday today?
I know, it's only Tuesday. It feels like it's forever this week.
Ugh.
But the weather's been nice, except I think tomorrow we're gonna get some rain over here. But it's been nice. It's been like in the 80s.
It's nice. I mean, I don't know how to dress when I leave my house. Yesterday, I sweat through. It's October. I left that. I put on my button down. I put on a jacket. I sweat through it. It's nice, but it's like mentally, the in between weather windows messed me up. When I don't know how to dress for that, like I don't feel like I should be wearing October. I'm ready for summer to be over mentally in terms of dress. It messes me up.
Right, because you leave you leave your apartment or house in the morning. It's kind of chilly, and by afternoon it's like 80 something degrees.
Right,
and you don't know, and then you're stuck carrying around a jacket or something, or a light jacket. I don't know. I look in advance at what the temperature is going to be, and I just dress like that. And like if I'm cold in the morning, I'm cold in the morning as long as I'm not hot in the afternoon.
but, it's all relative to me. I just for some reason I don't believe. Right, like it just feels weird, like leaving. So like yesterday, I showed up. I was drenched I run hot. Yesterday I worked so my meeting. I settled on myself the club soda, and I sat there and just took it. And the guy was like, "You want a napkin?" I said, "No, I'm good."
Yeah, you're also moving around a lot more than me. I'm like mainly in my office, so like I'm not outside that much. But you're like running around.
I don't know. I'm just. It's beautiful outside.
Yeah.
But
you know who else is sweating bullets right now, or bricks, whatever you want to call it?
Who?
Sweating. Former NFL quarterback Mark Sanchez. Remember this guy who played for the Jets? He did the butt fumble.
The butt fumble.
Right. Yeah, he ran right into the offensive lineman and fumbled the ball. And then So, Mark's been on. He's now a sports comment. He's a commentator for either CBS or Fox. I don't remember, but he was in Indianapolis right before game day, and I sent it to you. I sent you the alert I got. It was Mark Sanchez got stabbed in Indianapolis, and the first thing I'm thinking is Mark Sanchez got stabbed in Indianapolis because they have a crime problem, and he just got stabbed because
turns out he might be the crime problem.
Right, we thought it was the crime problem, and as the evening progressed, we find out that he's getting arrested for stabbing.
Yeah, he's part of the crime problem.
He was the cause of the problem. So, did you hear the whole? It's the weirdest story.
I haven't heard everything. I've seen what the guy looks like. First of all, the memes online are amazing. They're getting better and better. But I saw the old guy that apparently stabbed it. Guy looks like he's been through it. I mean, he's got a neck brace on. He looks like he's 80.
Well, yeah.
What's the whole story?
So the story is Mark Sanchez after midnight was in a alleyway doing wind sprints when this guy wind sprints, like running and doing the sprinting back and forth, wind sprints
by himself.
Okay, he's in an alley, right?
Like outside of where was you?
In Indianapolis.
No, but was he like? It's like, hold on, I'm with buddies at the bar. Let me go outside. I'm gonna go do wind sprints, or what? Or I'm on my way home.
I think it might have been like the back alley of a hotel. I'm not 100% sure. But a truck, the trucks that pull up in the alley to pick up the I guess the grease from it's a grease truck.
Okay,
I don't either.
Grease
truck. They pull up in the back, and like if there's a restaurant or a bar or whatever, they
reuse it. They reuse it.
So
good
the,
business, actually.
I guess from witness accounts, the truck was a little too loud for, and it was blocking Mark Sanchez's wind sprints down.
Really?
It was blocking him, and he went over to the truck and was like
And
banging on the
stop. I'm
truck.
doing, hey, buddy, I'm doing wind sprints here.
Yeah, hey buddy, I'm doing wind sprints, and you're messing me up over here. And the guy said to him, "Hey, aren't you the guy who did the butt thump?" No, he didn't say that. No, he didn't say that. But Sanchez opened up the truck door, climbed in, and I guess pulled the
Wait.
guy out, threw him against the wall, and the guy, I guess, pepper sprayed him or maced him or something, and then he had a knife and he took out a knife, and
Wait, Sanchez had the knife?
no, the old dude had a knife, but he's not really that old. He's like in his mid-60s, so he's not really that old.
Wait, the truck driver had on his person, he had mace and a knife?
Yeah, pepper spray or
He's
mace,
got like
whatever it was.
he's got like the bat belt on him. I like it.
I mean, he's
driving a truck. He's got to be there. He got to be exactly.
After midnight, he's going around. And Indianapolis, where it's dangerous, people get stabbed at night.
Hold on, can we pause? So the thing comes up. Mark Sanchez is doing wind sprints. He sees the truck come up to collect the grease. He's like, "Hey, buddy, you're in my way. I'm doing wind sprints."
Yes.
Right. And the guy says, "You know what?" And then Sanchez goes to open him up to make the point more clear to him.
Right. And rough him up.
And the fight. Okay, so the fight starts happening in the cabin?
Yeah, I guess the fight happened in the cabin and he pulled him out. It's bizarre. The whole story is bizarre.
And the guy maces Sanchez and then stabs him.
And then I guess maybe Mark pulled the knife away from him because this guy had a big gash on his cheek, and apparently it went through right to his tongue.
So they really had it out. So do we know that it was not Sanchez's knife?
No, it was the guy's knife.
Okay, so then I did see the video of Sanchez, I guess, making his way after, like
right.
He was stabbed in his side.
Yeah. So there is a video of, I guess, of this incident, but it hasn't been released yet. Which probably in the next day or two we're going to see it.
There's a whole video of this scuffle?
Yeah, there's a video. It has not been released. It's in evidence, and they're going to I assume someone's going to leak it.
Who broke the news about the wind sprints?
I don't know. I was listening to the radio today, and I heard they were talking about it, and he was doing wind sprints. So, take it for what you will. But I believe that there's witnesses that said he was doing wind sprints. I mean, what is he? Was he drunk? Was he on drugs? Like, how much drinking did you have to do? Hey, I'm going to go outside and do wind sprints. I mean, Matthew, look, you haven't drank in a while. I drink. I don't get like super wasted, but we have mutual friends that are, out there. But have you ever heard of somebody going into an alley or on a street and says, "Hey, I want to do wind sprints," or "I want to run up and down the street as fast as I can"? I mean, do you think he's potentially like on cocaine or something? What is that?
I think for his own sake, I hope that it was drugs, because otherwise, if the story is as you framed it, the guy's a complete psychopath.
It's a complete psychopath. But who?
I mean, what are you doing? We're doing wind sprints, and then you're pissed off that some guy that's just working comes along, is in your way, and it's not like a rational deal.
No,
By the way, we could have used some of this aggression when he was on the Jets. He was kind of a softie, was his thing. He didn't really have the arm, and he fumbled butt balls and everything. So this doesn't really matter. I was shocked.
The other thing is, which is very strange.
I didn't hear that.
Yeah, what's really strange is, well, I guess he wasn't driving, so why would they do like a alcohol drunk test? No, they wouldn't do a drug alcohol test in the hospital.
Maybe he was trying to do wind sprints in the hospital.
Yeah, so now he's looking at felony charges. He has one charge for entering the guy's truck. He has another charge for disorderly conduct, and then I think there was one more charge he had. Hold on, I'm gonna pull this up. But how fucked up do you have to be?
Has he ever been concussed? Like, does he have a history of like concussions?
No, he barely played. He only played for a couple seasons.
I mean, it's a wild story. I didn't know all those details. I've seen, you know, like I liked.
Oh,
that I sent it to you.
they upgraded his charges, by the way. He faces upgraded level 5 felony batter charge stemming from a weekend incident in Indianapolis.
Level 5.
Level 5. Arrested for battery with injury, unlawful entry of a motor vehicle, and public intoxication.
Well, the last one's not such a big deal, but
No,
entry into the automobile and is not a good one.
no,
So
he
it
faces
sounds
1
like
to 5 years in prison.
It sounds like he initiated the whole deal.
Of course. The guy was very upset that Sanchez was very upset that he Oh,
Don't
here it is.
interrupt his wing sprints.
He was near Loftmiller's pub and eatery.
Right. How did it end? Did they say anything about like we're being just broken up finally? Did anybody come out and break it up?
Don't know. Doesn't say. But it was a high visibility, high traffic, near events. Sanchez told the detective Christopher Edwards that he did not remember anything involving the incident while hospitalized. He had to be on drugs.
For sure. I mean, this guy is a maniac. Who knew?
The man stabbed Sanchez 2 to 3 times as Sanchez was still coming towards him. The driver then allegedly was thrown against the dumpster. Sanchez is a big dude. An eyewitness told police they saw 2 men using cell phones to record each other before an altercation ensued.
So he's doing wind sprints to the truck and the boat. You know when they post those things on Instagram and like you're getting an argument and two people are it's such a ridiculous thing. Could you imagine?
So this video is going to come out soon, and we're going to be like, "Oh, look at Mark Sanchez. He's doing the wind sprints. Maybe he was racing somebody. He's lucky he didn't pull a hamstring. Yeah, he's lucky. He didn't pull a hamstring.
This says real legs. It's him and the truck driver that are videotaping each other.
Oh, you think they were videotaping?
Yes, you know these things like when I get like people get into a fight. Hey, I'm videotaping you. I'm videotaping you. You've seen those things on social media.
I thought it was 2 people videotaping Sanchez running up and down the alleyway.
Oh, I thought what you read was that witnesses said they saw 2 people videotaping each other.
Yeah, no, not videotaping each other. Videotaping. I don't know.
Oh,
regardless, guy, it's crazy. It's a crazy thing. It's crazy. It's crazy.
When you see arguments now, right? It's always I'm recording you.
Oh yeah,
I'm recording.
Yeah, I'm recording you. I'm recording you.
So
get out of my face.
If there's footage of Sanchez recording the guy saying you're interrupting my wind springs, dude, and he's come on.
Hey, buddy, what are you doing here? Don't you see I'm running up and down the alleyway?
I'm trying to get my grease.
Don't you know who I am? I'm Mark Sanchez.
Yeah, right. The guy's like a Colts fan. He's like, fuck you.
I hate the Jets. Who's alive? Mark Sanchez?
The other guy.
Yeah, the other guy is suing him for a lot of money.
Sanchez sounds like an asshole, by the way.
But we've never heard anything like this from Sanchez. We never heard that he had a problem drinking. We've never heard that he has a problem with drugs. We've never heard that he had a violent history. I've never heard of anything about him.
No, he was always described as like a softie, as like a nice guy.
Yeah, I think he has a family now.
He was
on the TV.
He was with that Victoria's Secret girl, Rhoda. Something Rhoda, I remember.
Hillary Rhoda?
Yes.
Oh, there you go.
I think he was. He was the quarterback of the New York Jets, yeah.
Speaking of Jets, did you see earlier Jerry Jones, the Dallas Cowboy owner? He got fined. He got fined $250,000 for flipping off a Jets fan from Sunday's game.
He got fined $250,000 for that?
$250,000 for flipping somebody off. Do you know how many times I flip somebody off during the... I mean, I don't flip somebody off during the day a lot, but how many times I get flipped off during the day? Can you imagine? Do you think it's because he owns the... Like, do you think for $250,000 because he's Jerry Jones and he owns the Dallas Cowboys? Like, if it was Woody
that's kind.
Johnson from the Jets and he flips somebody off, do you think he gets fined 250,000 or because it's Woody Johnson gets 50,000?
Well, fans and players go back and forth a lot, right? Like I've got a buddy. He used to have great seats to the Jets, and he's like an amazing trash talker. Steve Smith, Steve Smith on the Panthers.
Yeah.
He was awesome. He's the one that had Steve Smith Senior on his back. He was a great receiver and a real tough guy. He would go. You used to watch Inside the NFL. They all go back and forth. Heckling's part of the sport. That seems kind of nuts to find the guy just for flipping them off.
Yeah, I think 250 is a little obscene. I mean, 25,000.
Yeah,
it's not like he's a habitual finger tosser.
I don't know. Fairly the Jets. I mean,
and the Jets,
but the Jets are ridiculous. That's their biggest victory of the past 2 years is getting him fined $250,000.
Yeah, and I mean, whatever. But I thought that was a little obscene. 250,000.
I think it is obscene. I think I agree with you.
Hopefully that money goes to charity and not into the NFL coffers for them to pay. Or they actually, pay somebody to perform at halftime that shouldn't be performing.
Right.
Speaking of performance, our next topic is Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson's movie that just came out this weekend. First of all, I didn't know it was coming out this weekend. I really want to see this movie. It's about UFC.
Right.
It's called Smashing Machine. Smashing Machine. Smashing Machine. And it's Smash Machine, right? Or Smashing Machine.
Right. Is it Smash Machine or Smashing Machine?
Yeah.
That's Smash Machine.
It's about UFC fighter.
Smash Machine. Yeah.
Yes. UFC fighter Mark Kerr, who was a beast, but I saw the trailer for this movie and The Rock, Dwayne Johnson, looks fantastic. He looks just like Mark Kerr. And I really wanted to see this movie, but the movie flopped, Matthew. The movie flopped. It made only $6 million opening weekend. That's a flop.
It's funny because we spoke about it, I think. And I was welcome. I caught, because Joe Rogan was talking Joe Rogan had Mark Kerr on the, is it Mark Kerr?
Mark Kerr,
his name?
Yeah.
He had him on the show last week to hype up the movie. And it got me. I mean, they were speaking about, because this guy has a compelling story. And, I like the fight game and Joe Rogan and them, they were doing a good job selling the movie. And I like The Rock, he comes off like a good enough guy. And I like what he's trying to do here. I think when I saw, they had Usyk in the movie.
Who's that?
He's the the heavyweight champ. He beat Tyson Fury and all these guys.
Okay. Yeah.
Point is, Joe Rogan made a comment, and he did it to compliment the movie and to compliment Rock. He said, Rock is one of these guys that's so famous that it's very hard. When you go to see a movie, you want to see somebody and it's hard when somebody as famous as The Rock is playing anybody else because all you see is The Rock. But, he was like, I was watching this movie and I believed he was you, what he said to Mark Kerr, right? And everything Rock really worked for. But when you bring in Usyk and you bring in all these side guys, it gets, it looked a little hokey to me. Because I don't know how good of an actor Usyk is. But,
but you're bringing in fighters, or people that look like fighters. So
I get it. I feel for, I was rooting for this movie. I was interested in it. I still am. I mean,
yeah, I definitely want to see it. It's the lowest grossing Rock or Dwayne Johnson movie that he's made. Now, I don't know about you.
What do you think that's because?
This is what I'm getting at right now.
Okay.
I feel like this might not be a movie where people are I need to go see it in the movie theater. This might be a movie where it's like, hey, I'll wait and I'll watch it at home on the sofa type movie. What's the point of going to the movie theater to watch this movie when in 4 weeks it's going to come out and you could watch it on the sofa? It's not like you need some, it's not like going to watch F1 where you need, the surround sound and everything, and everything's coming at you. It's not like a superhero movie.
Yeah.
You're not going out there to watch it. And not only that, but it's also a UFC fighting movie, so you kind of alienate a lot of women because this is really like like a boys movie, and boys aren't going to be like, "Hey, buddy, you want to go sit down and watch a movie together? I'm going to hold your hand." But
That's a good point. Yeah.
but less and less people, I feel like, are going to the movies. Leonardo DiCaprio, love the actor.
Yeah.
This movie I also want to see, One Battle After Another. It also didn't do so well at the movie theater. It only pulled in 22 million. Only 22.
Right.
The budget of the movie was 175 million
For the DiCaprio one?
for the DiCaprio movie. Now, it's DiCaprio. Everybody's gonna go want to, and there's other
When was the
people
last
there.
time? When was the last time you went to the theaters?
I went to see F1, Formula One.
Oh, did you?
Yeah. And the reason why
I
I wanted to see
I didn't even know
Formula-
that came out of theaters. I thought that was an Apple TV movie.
it was, and it came out in theaters first. It was made for IMAX. We didn't go to IMAX, but we went to a big theater where you could sit down, and all the surround sound. And that movie is fantastic in surround sound, and that's why we wanted to go see it in a large theater, because if you sit at home and watch it, it's good, but you don't get the whole theatrical.
I meant to watch that one.
But I think less and
I
less
liked
people.
Rush.
I don't know what was Rush.
Nicky Lauda, and it's the F1 movie. It's a great
Oh
movie.
yeah, I saw that. But it's also maybe people are cutting back on spending. I mean, you're going
Yeah,
to a
the
movie,
movies
you're
are not cheap.
spending. It's not cheap. It's probably like what? How much is it to watch a movie now? Like almost $20 for a single ticket. Is it $20 or is it 15, 16
yeah.
bucks? 17
Okay,
bucks.
so
18?
movie theaters. I've been to 2 movies in the past 2 years in the theaters. One was the Wolverine Deadpool movie,
Okay.
which was really good. I like that movie a lot. But I'll tell you something. You have to reserve your seat, right? You do it by your seat in advance
we
now.
did the same
at
thing.
at the good theaters, right?
Yeah. Same thing.
But okay, I didn't know because of how infrequently I'm going to see these movies. It used to be, I understood there was like some, there was always coming attraction and stuff for like 20, 15, 20 minutes. There was like 45 minutes of coming attractions. In that when I saw that, I was done with my candy and popcorn and all that bullshit before the movie started. So I had to go. I'm not going to watch the movie without popcorn. I went back, so I had to do it twice. I think that movie cost me like $100 just to because I had to go twice. Same thing. I saw Stitch and Lilo, the kids movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, I said. Anyway, it's expensive to see these movies now.
It's
It's
expensive. You wait a
you
couple
throw
months
that
and the
on
movie
top of
comes out
dinner.
on demand at home, and you watch it at home, and you put the microwave popcorn in and put a little bit of butter, and it saves you, $80.
And I love going to see movies. Like I just don't know, I guess it's not, but to your point, it's not like on my list of things to do.
No. And I honestly, I didn't know that this movie was coming out. I didn't know the Leo DiCaprio movie was coming out this past week. Would I have gone to the movie
And
theater to
most
watch
of the
this
movies,
movie?
you said a few months. I think a lot of these movies go from theater to the home screen in like weeks.
No, I said a
I don't
month.
know.
I said a month.
Okay, but I mean, point is, right. So it's not a big deal to me.
No, you wait a little. You wait a little.
And I love guys.
Yeah, you
I
wait
used
a
to
little
love
bit,
going to
and
theaters.
then you go. Then you go. Speaking of going,
But I think this one. I agree with you. I think this one. We'll see how it does. I think it might pick up when it hits the small screen.
yeah, I think it'll pick up. I mean, how much do you make a lot more money if it's on the small screen? I don't really know about that. I don't know. I think they need to bang it out. Look, they have a couple more weeks. Maybe it'll pick up. We'll see. It's the
I like
first of all, it's also
Warrior.
it's the Rock. He should be getting a little more. He's got the WWE fans. He's got the UFC fans. He's
It's
got all the
huge.
action people. I don't know. I'm surprised it only did 6 million. 6 million is not. It's bullshit
Yeah,
numbers.
it is surprising.
Yeah. Speaking of bullshit numbers and people that want millions, there's a
What is that?
story going around about gold diggers. You know,
Oh,
gold diggers, women that are want to date men for their money. You know,
yeah,
I luckily have been happily married for almost 19 years. You, my friend,
amazing.
are single and out there,
Yes,
out and about.
yes,
So the list
yes.
came out. I think it's a list of 5 cities of which which cities have the highest rate of gold diggers. You want to
Yeah,
run by which cities these are? Is it cities or
yeah. So,
states?
so it's states, but I don't think it's like I think Florida is number one,
Okay,
and Nevada.
I could see Florida. I could see Florida. Miami, the girls come
So
to Miami to look for somebody.
apparently there was a score. So it's a study, uh, and there was some kind of score. But yeah, Sunshine, and I didn't even know Nevada's the silver state. I didn't know that. But gold, those are the two highest. Then California and New York. The biggest gold digging, and I guess concentrate. Yeah, I mean, look, everything in the dating game now, even is just so transactional, right? Between and I'm not saying pay for play. I'm saying just the whole structure of dating with these apps and everything. It's kind of like social media has brought it to a whole different level. There's pressure in terms of I wanting to get here and do this and experience that and buy this, show off that, and so I think it's there's between inflation and social media, it's really juiced up the game. I'm surprised New York. I mean Nevada. It's weird
Nevada,
that
because
Nevada beat New York.
think about it. Las Vegas, Nevada, people are gambling. You come there for the weekend, the girls are hitting up the high roller tables, probably seeing, oh, this guy's betting X amount, he's spending this amount in the clubs. Um, and maybe they see that he's, spending a lot, and if he spends a lot on a table gambling or in the club, maybe he'll take them to Louis Vuitton or Chanel or one of these places and you know, and spend on them. But you know, w- I've talked to I don't have a lot of single friends, but the single
So
friends like you that I do have, the one thing they tell me is when they meet a girl, especially in New York or in Florida or in California, the first question they say is, "What do you do? Where do you live? What do you drive?"
yeah, oh yeah,
I
right.
remember when I was
Everything.
visiting when I was visiting my friends in California many years ago. You know, one guy had a Ferrari, right? But he lived in a studio apartment that he was renting, and he was leasing the
Oh yeah.
Ferrari. And I said to him, what's the deal?" He goes, "Yeah, I pick up the chicks with the Ferrari." I said, "And then what? You take them back to your studio fucking shithole apartment?" "Yeah, but I tell them that
Hopefully,
my house is getting worked on, and by the time it's time to go to my house, I'm on to the next girl." So
right.
I
Let's
mean,
go to my place in the city.
so I guess it's going both ways for some of these people. The guy, some guys
Well,
probably know that they're getting gold diggers, and they're probably using it to their
Well,
advantage.
that's what I'm saying. It's transactional, right? So, but wait, so there's a study, right? And the study had there was a score, right? So they several data points: concentration of wealth in those states, internet search behavior. Okay, the frequency of searches for terms like sugar daddy, sugar mommy, married rich, dating app behavior, data on how people behave and signal their intentions, economic data, annual income, blah, blah, blah. But, to your point, you go on like online and social media, it's like what people are showing, versus it's just, it's a totally juiced situation. people like in New York, restaurants cost a certain amount. Math is gravity. You know what I mean? It's like and all these things that are showing on social media now, where people are putting their priorities and everything. It's just becoming the status quo. Everything's transactional. But yeah,
Yeah,
and it's always
I mean,
important to know like
yeah, I don't know how you do it in these days in these singles. Is there like an app where they actually ask you like one of these dating apps where they ask you how much you make? Do you have to put that in there?
they tried launching one. They tried having one where to be a member or something you had to put your income. Uh, but it's right. So this I just did a little. So one thing, yes, I did. I remember reading about one when we go look it up, but it's like they need users, right? So to your point, not every there's a lot of smoke and mirrors in this game, right? So it's like who's going to actually use it? But how dating app like so researchers for this study analyze profile pictures for flexing, quote unquote, photos from expensive or exotic vacations, posed images of luxury cars, your boy with the Ferrari, showing designer clothing, bags, watches, something called humble bragging. Uh, oh, such as like, quote unquote, looking for a slower pace of life after selling my tech company. um, you know, I think, look, there's just such a stress on this stuff socially now that it goes both ways because money and access now, like, with all the member clubs and everything, money really becomes the gating factor in a lot of places. Whereas, look, when we were really going out in New York City, it wasn't that, it was the cool kids were the cool place, right? And you had people of all different income brackets, maybe. But like once a place gets like Wall Street and everybody gets in there, and it just becomes about the money, then another cool place comes up. Because the cool thing is to have a mix of people, right? And now I think socially, everybody just wants to get to social media and everything is just flexing. Like, you gotta have like for girls, it's like this bag, the post that shows the menu from this place or the plane ticket going to this location or the view from this spot. And
Yeah, they're showing the
that's the
plane
game.
ticket and they're showing where they are, but they don't show the guy that they're with.
Oh no, they don't. No. Because they always have to be available. That's them advertising. This is my lifestyle, and this is what it costs. This is what I'm accommodating. This is what I'm used to. Never mind. Let's not get into how they got there. But that's their portfolio. So
We
it's
know
like
how that
that's the
we know how
level.
they got there. We know how they got
Well,
there.
but it goes both ways because to your point, you got the guys that are hey, just like they're doing their part because everybody just wants to be at the party,
Right.
right?
Yeah, but
And there's
the guys that on like on Instagram and TikTok, they're posting the girl that they took. While the girl in this situation is not posting the guy, they're just posting the beach, the dinner, the bag,
yeah,
the
look,
car.
it goes both ways, right? It goes both ways in the sense that the girl could always say, well, hey, look, man, that guy really didn't have it. He had that Ferrari, but he did, that's not who he really was. But they showed up because of that. They showed up because he was like, standing on the Ferraris.
Yeah, standing in
Like
the front.
nowadays, so when money is a real gating issue, and that's kind of where our society is putting all the focus now, and so it just becomes it's everything's become so transactional, and the posting is crazy.
Yeah, social media, I feel like took it to another level. Like
Oh yeah,
they definitely
everything's
need,
motivated.
yeah, they need to definitely be out there.
Right. They have to post it, and they have to show it that's this is who I am.
Yeah, this
Is
is who I
that
am.
if, exactly
Shoot, take your money. All
right.
right. Speaking of, okay, this is look. I don't know. There was a huge moon yesterday. I don't know if you saw it. It's like I forgot what it's called. The not the blue moon. winter moon. I don't know. Harvest moon. Harvest moon.
Is it
Is
the
that what it
harvest?
was? I don't know.
Big moon.
Huge moon. Anyway, and then when you get these big moons, crazy people start coming out. Crazy. I mean, the Mark Sanchez thing happened. You got the gold diggers. You got people not showing up for the Rocks movie. And now there's a story about this idiot, and I'm going to call him an idiot or alleged idiot so we don't get in trouble, of this guy. His name is Tom Peters, Matthew. And and his wife's beloved Dalmatian dog passed away. And this guy, he's such a good guy. This guy's such a good guy. He's such a sweetheart. He felt so bad for his wife that she lost the beloved dog that he decided to change his life all around for her. And now he masquerades, dresses up on all fours, walking around. He is the Dalmatian. He made a custom Dalmatian outfit. He's constantly in the Dalmatian. He's barking. He's begging. He's eating out of a bowl. He's on all fours. He's 32 years old.
Where does he live?
That's a good question.
Is he in one of the states?
I feel like
is he rich?
He's definitely not rich. He's definitely mental. Dalmatian man, Tom Peters.
Is he a furry?
He would have to be. He's from the UK. I was right. He's from the UK. He's a furry. I mean, this is like...
He's a furry.
But it's not fur because this outfit doesn't look like it's a fur. But he definitely... and he goes by the name of Spot. Come here, Spot. Come here. Let me give you a little treat.
How long has Spot been doing this?
Spot's been doing it quite a bit.
Pictures when you sent this to me.
I mean, it's insane. Let me put it here. Here you go. Look, that's Spot, and look at his wife. She looks like she's in shock. I asked for a dog, and I got.
But she's on board with this.
Of course, she's on board.
Right, because I didn't notice you said wife, not ex-wife.
I mean, she likes dogs.
Okay, so she's crazy too.
Yeah, I mean, he doesn't look like he's a big dude. He looks like he's a little man.
It's Spot.
Oh, you want to hear? You want to hear something funny?
Yes.
I don't. No, can't be.
What?
Who does he look like?
It's like Zoran.
He looks like Zohar Mandami. Oh my God!
There could be a connection.
It could be a connection. New York's going to the dogs, Matthew.
Spot.
Come here, Spot. Let me give you a bone.
They got some weird stuff over in the UK.
UK.
They had a guy
Weird stuff.
They had a guy. It's in our game. So it's an outbreak. They had a guy that I think got arrested like 4 different times during lockdown for trying to rape horses or something, or something like that.
Yeah, at least he wasn't drinking the milk from the horses like Tim Walz.
Right. Then they had the guy that pretended to be the Butch. That guy was funny.
Oh, the guy who protected the bush.
Remember?
Matthew, look, I was telling my wife after dealing with so many crazies the past week and a half, I don't think people are crazy. I think they are normal and you and I are the crazy ones. I think we're the crazy ones because there's too many crazy people.
Is a little crazy.
There's too many crazy people out there. There's too many crazy people. You got the furries in the school. You got Mark Sanchez doing wind sprints over there. You got the guy today. I was walking by a guy in the street, and he was like he thought he was a bird. And he was going, where? I don't understand.
You see strange shit out there.
I don't understand what's going on. I really don't know what's going on. The world has gone mad. The world's gone mad. Speaking of mad, Jack Smith. Do you remember Jack Smith? Investigator Jack Smith. Why don't you tell us who Jack Smith is, Matthew?
Well, Jack Smith was the special investigator, special prosecutor that got brought on by the Biden administration to look into which one was it? Was it because of the intelligence? They thought that the case was that he mishandled like classified information, right? That's what Jack Smith was investigating.
Right. He was the one who, I believe he's the one who orchestrated the raid on Mar-a-Lago to look for to look for the missing or misused or
Whatever it was,
whatever the documents. And he
it was
went through
bullshit.
and he went through Melania's underwear and sniffed it, probably, allegedly.
Do you know who Adam 22 is?
Who's Adam 22?
So Adam 22 is a podcaster and porn actor. Like what he does is he and his wife have guests on their podcast, and then they have sex with them, the guests. The reason why I bring this guy up is because of this. I want to see if you recognize Adam 22. Now look at Jack Smith.
Oh, is that his son?
No, but you got Adam 22 there, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Now look at. I'm just going to show you something here, because I thought this is weird. They I don't know. They look very familiar to each other. Is my point.
They could be related.
I mean, look. I think
it's his doppelganger, just like we just looked at Tom Peters, the dog man,
right?
And Zoran.
And Zoran, right? So I mean, if you look here, and I'm going to show you this real quick because I think it's worth it. This is a good use of time. So, but I don't want to. And then here, just tell me, you think this guy is familiar? Look at this. Look, Rudy. Tell me if you think this is a similar looking person, right? You see? What do you think?
Yeah, they could be related.
I mean, they look similar. Yeah. Anyway, sorry. I thought that was kind of wild. Anyway, sorry. But Jack Smith was the special prosecutor, and what? So it came out this week.
It came out that he was that he and the FBI were targeting the cell phones of 8 GOP Republican senators under its Arctic Frost investigation into the attempts to overturn the 2020 election. He was also actually, so it says 8, but apparently it's now up to almost a dozen. And he was listening in onto their phone conversations. He was obtaining emails, and he was also linking it to part of the J6 Capitol riots. So the people that he was targeting, I have a list here. He was targeting Lindsey Graham of South Carolina, Marsha Blackburn of Tennessee, Ron Johnson of Wisconsin, Josh Hawley of Missouri, Cynthia Loomis of Wyoming, Bill Hagerty of Tennessee, Dan Sullivan of Alaska, Tommy Tuberville of Alabama, and Mike Kelly of Pennsylvania. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9, 10. Yeah, 9, 10. And I mean, is that illegal to examine phone records, data calls, durations, numbers involved, listening into conversations, who the senators called, the length of the call, the location of the call, the period of the call? Is that normal? Can you do that? Can you do that legally without a warrant, or did he get a warrant?
I don't know. I mean, the way they framed it is that it's not. They're not happy about it. But here's the thing: we know that the Obama administration was spying on the Trump campaign, and then the Trump presidency. We know that beyond doubt. We know that they falsified warrants. The guy that did falsify, at least the Carter Page warrants, Kevin Kleinsmith, was literally fined $100 and returned to the FBI before resigning. There was all kinds of spying and illegal shit going on there. They're arraigning, supposedly they're indicting and arraigning Comey tomorrow.
Tonight.
Yeah. But, they're doing it on perjury to Congress.
Because that was the only thing that was sticking, because the rest of the stuff you know, what's it called? The statute of limitations ran up on it. So that's why.
I don't know. I think, look, our institutions, they've got no credibility. Like the Crossfire, Hurricane Crossfire, which was that whole operation that was long. I mean, we have people can go on and look at John Brennan's notes from the meeting in the Oval Office where they were talking about Hillary Clinton trying to fabricate this Russia narrative, and they all know about it. And so, I mean, we the amount of evidence that is available public and known, and like McCabe getting, and they never did anything. They wasted all the time. And if I say this, I don't know, every other podcast we have, but for the whole Russia collusion thing, who knows what like the last 6 years looks like? If half the country doesn't think that Trump is a Russian spy, maybe like when they tried, locking us down, maybe half the country isn't eager to be like, yeah, fuck Trump. Maybe we're not in Ukraine. Because maybe like, prior to the whole Russia hacked our elections, they were doing the reset thing with Russia. They were saying that they love Putin. So, who knows? I'd argue that really changed a lot of things. It helped certainly destroy all credibility. So I have no confidence in Kash Patel that he's going to do anything about this or that. But it's all gross. And it's like now they're going to have, I don't know.
If
Arctic
the Trump
frost.
administration did this to somebody else, heads would fly. Heads would fly. The news would be all over this. Every single station, every single media outlet would be talking about this. The fact that they did this, I mean, yeah, going back, they were listening. They were trying to listen in, and they probably did. They were listening in to Trump before when he was running the first time. But now,
no, they were. It's not probably. They were.
No, they were. Yeah, they were. And now this is coming out that they were doing this to senators. Like, that's ridiculous.
But just to your point, because look, when they announced that they're indicting him, the media all went wild saying this is unprecedented, this political, and some people just started putting up the picture of, Trump and his mugshot, like unprecedented. What are you talking about? They literally have moved where it's like they're just forgetting that all that stuff happened. And that's because there was no accountability. There was it's nuts. Like Trey Gowdy admitted on air. One of the good things that Matt Gaetz ever did was he called out Trey Gowdy on air. He's like, you heard the Flynn testimony, and then you didn't. You then came out on air and said that the FBI was doing their job. You knew that they were making this whole thing up. And Trey Gowdy's response was like, I didn't think the American people were ready to hear the truth. I didn't want them to lose credit in the FBI. I mean, so I'm just like, they have moved past it. Like when you have somebody like Hillary Clinton saying like, that she has the balls and the ability to come out and say like, we need to move past this partisan stuff. She was involved in like the Russia stuff was crazy. I would prefer like if they were to say, and by the way, like the Clinton stuff, they also, their network also started the whole Obama wasn't born in America thing. They handed that off to Trump.
Right.
So the whole point is like the Russia stuff, the biggest, like the most kind of like the most rational people on that side defend it as, oh, that's just dirty politics, which it's not. Like using our, by the way, foreign and domestic law enforcement and intelligence agencies to foment such hysteria and distrust against the president. I mean, it's had huge consequences.
Right.
So now we'll see. I don't think Kash is going to do anything about anything.
I just saw he was not listening to conversations on the phone. I mean, that's what they say, but who knows? I'm sure he was. But he had permission from a grand jury to obtain phone records. He did not have the authority to listen or wiretap the calls. It was a legitimate
But it's also
investigation.
It's also interesting timing that they're breaking this right before the Comey thing.
Right. So it seems like it's they're digging, things are popping up, and maybe it's getting to something bigger. But again, it's been now January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August, September, October, 10 months, and we have no arrests. And they kept
No, nothing.
promising us stuff, and nothing is happening. So,
And
what?
they've had evidence. They've had evidence for a long time. McCain, he said, "You're goddamn right, I did." So what? Well, they asked him, "Did you deal with Comey about the PP story?" He goes, "You're goddamn right, I did." He was proud of it. He hated Trump.
Yeah.
I mean, like it's that happened. It's just a huge thing. So like this Arctic frost and this Jack Smith guy. Ugh.
Who comes up with the names Arctic Frost?
Hurricane Crossfire, like Arctic Frost.
Like, who comes up with these names? Do you think there's like people sitting in a room and are like, "What are we going to call this investigation?" Like, who comes up with these names?
Ridiculous. I don't know.
It's
like,
bizarre.
I don't like it's
Arctic Frost. We're gonna frost them out. We're gonna chill them until they come out and give us the real scoop on what's going on. But listen, like I
Jack
said
Smith
before,
looks like the kind of guy that would come up with that name. Actually, looks like a frosty guy.
Jack Smith, Jack Frost.
There it is.
There it is. There's the link. All right. Well, that's all the time we have. Again, go to www.citizenoutbreak.com, buy a game, tell your friends. And you know what? You guys have to share our show. The more you share, the more we grow. And we have been growing. And, subscribe to the show. It'll pop up when we have a new one. You'll know when we have a new one. And if you can, go in Spotify, go in podcast iTunes, and go in YouTube and comment, give us 5 stars, and that helps us move up in the rankings. We haven't asked you to do that.
If you have more than one email address, do it for more than one email address too.
Yeah, and definitely share and share it. We're getting better and better, and we have more video content coming. If we could only figure out how to clip them a little better, then we'd have more. But anyway, that's a wrap for us tonight, and we'll see you in a couple days. And stay Arctic Frosty out there.
I love it.